In the squadron, they called him Bullets, but we call him Greg Kelly. Greg Kelly is on the air
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Our powerful military campaign to end the threats posed by the Iranian regime continued in full force over the past few days. They have been literally obliterated. The Air Force is gone. The Navy is gone. Many ships have been sunk. They're warfighting ships, but I guess they didn't know how to use them. And anti-aircraft is decimated, their radar is gone, and their leaders are gone. Other than that, they're doing quite well.
Oh boy. All right. Now, there are some complications, but I feel like there's a big breakthrough happening, or just happened, that no one's talking about. Let me bring in the best mind I know on this and so many other subjects. Blaine Holt, retired U.S. Air Force general, great pilot, aviator, businessman, and he has been right about everything when it comes to this war, including the moment it would start. Welcome back, General Holt. How are you?
Oh, my gosh. It's great to be with you, my friend.
And am I right? I feel like that the Iranians saying that Israel and America can't pass, but everybody else can, is actually a major victory for Israel and America, or am I wrong?
No, I think you're exactly right. The last thing Iran wants to see now is President Trump's call for no fewer than 100 more naval vessels from all over the world to come in and safen up the straits. But that's exactly what he's working on. And what I really see, Greg, is the regime is on life support, about to start flatlining. They're now openly in Iran saying that there's, air quotes, terrorist attacks across the country on police stations. What does that mean? That means patriots, free Iranians, are taking matters into their own hands. And we're going to see more of that. It's going to start to climb. As long as we keep a good lock on Kharg Island, make sure that we don't destroy the future of Iran's economy, and we can get those straits freed up and get sulfur before oil out of the straits, so that we can make fertilizer and not have a famine in the third world. We're going to be on the right track here to victory.
All right, but so the president is lining up other countries, but that apparently is not going too well. I feel like, let's listen to what he said just this morning, okay? Go ahead.
Done a great job. And well, we want to know, do you have any minesweepers? Well, would rather not get involved, sir. I said, for 40 years we're protecting you, and you don't want to get involved in something that is very minor. Very few shots going to be taken because they don't have many shots left. But they said, we'd rather not get involved. I just want the fake news media and everybody else to remember that was said, because I've been a big critic of all of the protecting of countries, because I know that we'll protect them. And if we ever needed help, they won't be there for us. I've just known that for a long period of time, just like I knew about the Strait, that it would be a weapon.
He goes on and on and on about that, and I think it makes a lot of sense to me. But can I go back to, is he really trying to get a big coalition of the willing going here? Because I thought Iran, with that concession, we may not need a big coalition, or do we have to not trust them when they say we are going to let everybody pass except Israel and America?
Well, don't trust the bloodthirsty mullahs. I don't think they've ever been trustworthy. But I think that's on the right track. I just think that the president's masterstroke here, the brilliance, was to go ahead and loyalty check all the allies right now. And let's see where they're at on this thing. And I think the German defense minister this morning said the quiet part out loud and did it the best. He essentially said in his remarks that, Europe doesn't really have anything of value or substance to this effort. So the German Navy, in fact, is impotent. The other thing he has said is that, if Europe got involved in this thing, then all those Islamists that they allowed in would just go on a killing spree across Europe. So it's like, oh, okay, guilty as charged. So you have bailed on this alliance, you've bailed on our values, and you've bailed on prosperity and security in your own countries. Amazing. Thank you for admitting it.
Wow. Yeah, that is something. All right. So overall, where do we stand right now? Like, just how do you see this playing out over the next, say, 2 weeks?
Yep. So now we're going to start aiding and abetting the Iranian revolution, which is going to come into its own. Whatever's left of that regime is now going to die out. You'll see many defections and people flipping and people trying to make their way to an airport. My understanding is the baby Ayatollah might be in Moscow getting work on his leg or his missing leg. But this is the trajectory and the arc it's on. And so the straits look like, by and large, they're getting opened right now. I think we're on track for what the president's timelines were. And then there's going to be a whole lot of folks who've got some explaining to do about why you wanted to support this scourge on this earth existing beyond President Trump's reach. And it's amazing to me. It was great. It was optimistic today.
Okay. Well, if you're optimistic, I'm optimistic. And we did have a kind of, I guess these are sleeper cells. How do you characterize what happened at Old Dominion University? What happened at the Michigan synagogue? Or those two guys in New York with their fire bombs that didn't detonate, thankfully? This is tied to Iran, at the direction of Iran, or is this like self-motivated? What do you think of the uptick in terrorism?
Yeah, I think it's an all of the above situation. And so if you're an Iranian cell, you're probably not going to get out there with your shirts on that say, "Hi, I'm an Iranian cell member." But you might go pay off some of these inspired folks that are on these chat groups in these game rooms to go do some of these things. The one that really caught my attention was the fire bombs because of the accelerant and the explosives used. I think it was TACP, which is a more advanced type of explosive in some of these devices, which would indicate professional training, terror training. And again, they're all linked. The FBI is going to do what they can do to route them out with our first responders. We just got to help them by passing any tips or any information we have, because we will be vulnerable for a little while. But the command and control nodes are in Iran are knocked out. And so it's going to be very hard for them to pass direct guidance to them. The other thing is their money's drying up. Who's paying them? I don't think they're deriving any money from Tehran anymore.
Well, I like it. I like it very much. And we are going to be okay. We're winning this thing. Hey, do me a favor. You have flown KC-135s. The KC-135 crashed over Iraq last week. 6 people on board dead. What are you hearing? What do you think happened there?
So I think we're going to get the report soon. I think what happened is we've got 2 jets, 2 KC-135 tankers in formation, ready to pass gas to fighters on their way to the theater. And what we're going to probably see is obscured skies, fatigued crews, certainly difficult, demanding mission, visual procedures, and probably a little bit of misjudgment. But beautiful, beautiful young men and women, and they leave behind gorgeous families. Our mobility family is just praying right now for them, because we're all hurting that they're not coming home.
Wow. All right. So possibly a collision between the 2 tankers. KC-135s are like great big airliners, but they're tankers.
Yeah, that's right. And yes, we do have a collision. The other tanker made it back in, but its vertical stabilizer indicates that, half of it was missing. So that indicates contact with the other aircraft. And so, again, it's a very unforgiving profession, as you well know. Yeah. Just a moment away of inattention, and it can cost you everything. Well,
it's amazing that you did that for as long and successfully as you did. General Blaine Holt, we so appreciate your wisdom and insight. Okay, pal?
Oh, thank you for the opportunity, my friend.
All right, to be continued. Thank you, General Holt.
Thanks for listening to The Greg Kelly Show. You can hear The Greg Kelly Show weekdays at 12:15 on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode, so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here? Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.